What is good, YouTube? This is Vortex. I'm back with another Hunter x Hunter video here, basically centered around Gon and Illumi Zoldyck, Killua's one of Killua's brothers in his. One of Killua's brothers in his family. Centered around roughly episode 21. But as always, guys, just want to mention that these videos will be random. Always, anything that pops up in my head, as far as the show, whether way back early, whether in the middle of the show, whether around the time that I'm currently watching current episodes, where I'm at within the arc that I'm at now. Anything that pops up in my head, I'm pretty much just going to be randomly putting these videos out there for you all, so that we can have these discussions. But needless to say, guys, let's jump right into it. This is basically centered around what when and if this occurs, will we ever see Gon and or Killua fight Illumi? When we think about episodes roughly 19 through 21, it's basically centered around the little mini tournament that the chairman came up with to be able to decide whether or not these Gon and Killua and Kraprika and Leo, for them to be able to make them try their hand out at finally getting their hunter's license. And if we remember correctly, specifically in episode 20, that when Gon got knocked out, if I remember correctly, I believe Hanzo was the one that knocked him out. If I remember correctly, somebody please correct me on that. That when he woke up, I believe it was a few days later, he finds out that pretty much Illumi gets in the head of Killua, because he pretty much forces him to quit the tournament. Which, it sucked, but it still transitioned into a great backstory and us finding out about Killua's family and stuff like that episodes later. But when we think about this specifically, that the anger from Gon, and there has to be also anger from Killua in the fact that he was even forced to even do what he had to do, and forcing him to quit, and also kind of forcing him to kill believe it was it Hanzo's opponent? It was either Hanzo's or one of the other fighters. Again, I'm just trying to remember. Anybody can definitely remind me in the comment section below, because my mind isn't fully functional at the moment. But with Killua being forced to do what he did, both quitting and killing that opponent, which forces him to be disqualified, which forces him to have to way later in the show, forcing him to get his hunter's license a different way. There has to be some type of anger towards Illumi. And so 82 episodes in. Key thing to note, guys, is that yes, I'm 82 episodes in. The reaction videos will be up tomorrow, so be prepared for those. That we haven't seen much from Killua's family, besides his other two brothers that popped up during the Spider Trope arc. Excuse me. A little bit later in the show. But you know, questioning the fact that with Gon's anger towards his brother, you know, the way that he's even holding his wrist, he kind of, you know, he kind of squeezes his wrist here and, you know, causes the veins to show and kind of, you know, I'm believing kind of, you know, kind of seriously hurt his arm, but he doesn't show it, doesn't show the pain. That, you know, what the, you know, the question that I have, and no spoilers, guys, please don't tell me, but it's more so that, you know, me wondering, will we see Gon and or Killua fight Illumi later in the show? Because again, Illumi pops up even way later, you know, basically pops up in the Spotter Trope arc, just that one time, and you know, we haven't seen him since. We haven't seen him prior to that arc. We haven't seen him after that arc. So, you know, again, I'm just kind of curious as to whether or not they'll even be able to get their hands on Illumi at some point. Because, you know, this specific episode, well, technically 20 and 21, you know, these are key things that changes the landscape of both Killua and Hisoka's, Gon's journey. Because basically they were on a path that they were almost finished with, right? You know, when you really think about it, they were almost done. All they had to do was basically win this tournament, and they would have, one of them would have gotten their license. Because the other key thing to note too is, what if Gon and Killua were the final two to fight? What would have happened in that? Who would have won? Because you also figure, you know, when Illumi tells Killua that, you know, you're, you know, in the back of your mind, you're not wondering about being friendly with Gon because your natural assassin instincts will eventually come into play as to questioning whether or not you could really kill Gon. And that, you know, even that has, you know, strong, but like very, very strong ties into who Killua is still, you know, and you all will, you know, see my reaction to episode 82 tomorrow, because, you know, Killua does something in that episode specifically that continues to, you know, show me why Killua is one of my favorite characters. So again, guys, this is just, you know, this is just a question. Don't tell me. This is more so in my mind. I'm just wondering, questioning, will this ever occur? Because again, we haven't seen Illumi since this specific spot. Not until roughly 50, 60 episodes later. And, you know, it definitely was one of my questions that I had. I just, you know, hadn't gotten around to this video yet until now. So I'm just curious, you know, because again, this is, you know, episodes 20 and 21 were key things that totally took Gon and Killua on different routes, different paths to help them become hunters. And I'm just curious as to if they get a chance to fight Illumi, who's going to fight him first? And when it happens, will they be able to beat him? That's, you know, that's just one of the many questions that I have centered around Illumi, Killua, and Gon. So yeah, guys, this was just one of those spots that, you know, in the midst of what happened in episodes 20 and 21, that in the midst of Gon and Killua going on different paths to be able to help them become hunters, this left a big gap in a very key plot hole here. for this specific thing. So I'm just curious. I'm wondering, guys, you know, if and when. Like, if they do, who's gonna fight Illumi? How are they gonna fight him? Will they win? You know, if and when it happens. So yeah, excuse me. Excuse me. So yeah, guys, just, you know, just something that popped in my head randomly, and I pretty much had to go back and find this specific spot so that I could be able to bring you all this video. So with that, guys, I am out. Leave some comments in the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts. You know, what do you all think? You know, do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you feel like Illumi was just a filler spot? I mean, you all know, for those of you who watched the entire show, for those of you who've been here the whole time since I've started this journey, this Hunter x Hunter journey. No spoilers again, guys. Just, you know, what was your mindset? You know, what were you still thinking about Illumi? 60, 70, 80, you know, 80, 82 episodes in, type of thing. Let me know your thoughts, guys, and I will chat with you all and catch you all with more Hunter x Hunter videos later to come. Just be on the lookout. Reaction videos are coming out tomorrow, because again, Hunter x Hunter Mondays is always a dope thing. So I'll holler at y'all later, guys. Peace.